Hey beauties, afternoon to you. Beautiful people, I saw something that just was so enthralling, and heartwarming. That's what I wanted to say. It was so amazing, sweet, nice. You know, it really echoes the sentiments of the Bible when it says, train up a child in the way he or she should go. Some people say grow, but it's really go. That when he or she's old, they will not depart from it. It doesn't mean they won't make mistakes, but the principles that they're taught will remain fundamental and their foundation that they will always go back to. So it's this high school fellow, young fellow, tall, handsome fellow. I'm not sure which school it is. I don't know the school. He seemed to be he could be maybe about 17. Could be a little bit older, but because men tend to, you could all even be 19, but men harder to age, generally speaking, yeah. It's probably sickness and so on. After a while, that will make them look haggard when they get older. But, men somehow know how to keep age well. Nowadays, even some women, with the advent of technology and, you can, beautify the body and so on and so forth. And he bought a teddy bear and maybe chocolates and something else for his high school girlfriend, and that was just so sweet. I thought it was sweet. I thought that was sweet. I don't know where they were, but he surprised her with it, and she was so excited. She bent down and probably screaming, and they were playing the song, the background song, so you didn't hear her voice or his, and he was such a gentleman, like she came and hugged him, and he just had the teddy bear in his hand and whatever else he had for her, and and I was really warmed by the comments. I have not seen those comments were like a breath of fresh air. Like somebody said, I declare them, having a long standing relationship, for marriage for me, definitely. And that they will have a good marriage, somebody say, other people pronouncing good wishes and favor and, blessings in and over their lives. And I thought that was good in the comments. I was just saying, I hope nobody come with this, them young people here and all of that. He was like a gentleman, and she was just acting, as a female, very, very much excited to know that her boyfriend, did this for her. You have a lot of long-standing relationships and love that begun in situations like that from they were in high school, and you may not believe this. They don't even have to be sexually active, They can just respect. And you have people who are celibate. They're not sexually active. And they're not necessarily Christians. They just decide that they want to reserve that for marriage. You have people who do that, believe in that, who are not Christians I'm talking about. So, even though they're dating, in high school, it doesn't mean that they are. I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they aren't. What I loved about the situation is that he was a gentleman. He had a huge teddy bear as big as I am. I never knew. I remember I saw a picture when I was 2. I don't remember that. Maybe 1 year and something, sorry. And I had a very big teddy bear that my mother bought me, or maybe some family member bought me. And I still have that same thing. I tell you, I'm the same. I love teddy bears, the big ones, those huge ones. I really do. There's just something about them. It's like the child in us, I'm not so much of a flowers girl, like how some women love roses. They're beautiful to look at. But I'm more of like perfumes and, skincare products, things like that. A nice pair of shoes or jewelry. You said, about jewelry, them. Me love. I've always been like that, yeah. I'm more of that kind of girl. I mean, if you want to add flowers to it, but I'm not so much, so flowers. And that's fine. All of us were different. And I think he had chocolates as well. Something like that. But that was just cute and sweet of him, And I just want to encourage our young men. Beautiful people, yes. So I just want to encourage, our young men to be gentlemen like that. I don't know if he's a gentleman. I don't know if he seems like a gentleman, just his disposition. Sometimes, although you can't judge a book by the cover, when the Bible says, by their fruit you shall know them. People only look at, if you see them display something one off and then you just make a judgment call. No, sometimes even in your very disposition, how you carry yourself, how you look, sometimes you can just sense that this is a person filled with integrity, decent human being, and a gentleman. There's some people, as you look, there's a man that I know, unfortunately his wife had died, ill, she was ill and so on. He was a gentleman. You saw it on his, as you look at him, you see it when he spoke, how he would deal with things. Gentleman. It doesn't mean that he can't get firm if needs be. It doesn't mean that he won't fight for his family. It doesn't mean that he's a simp or, weak. One of the strengths in a man is when you're meek and mild, but know when to become a lion when needed. So I wish them, if he's, and if he's not necessarily a gentleman or he's young, he can learn. But obviously he probably is training him. God is helping him, or his family, or he's telling himself he's learning through what he's seeing how to be a gentleman. That was nice of him. I've not seen any. I like seeing young love, nothing that is debauchery, nothing that is illicit, and vulgar and lewd, but beautiful. And you have to start when you're young, fairly young. When I say young, when I mean, even sometimes you see two little pickaninnies and they're doing it in a very childlike manner. Nothing, as I said, illicit and so on. It just is nice, but they have to learn from they're very young, in stages, in bits and pieces, and then when they become adults and consenting human beings, then they take it further and so forth. But that was so sweet. I don't know which school this is, but big up to that young man. It was refreshing to see a gentleman, and he just, he just masculine and look and all of that, and the girl was so excited. That was so nice. And I hope many men can learn to these little things. They matter to women. They matter to us. And this side of the Western Hemisphere, we're not big on affection, a public show of affection. How I grew up, they probably looked at it, what are they? I don't, in the sense, if you try to hold hands and kiss, light kisses, light holding of hands. I'm not talking about making out in public. No, I'm not talking about that. But light kisses and so on. That's nice. Nothing is wrong with that. But we look down on these things, or we laugh or mock it, or we think that they're disrespectful of. I'm telling you, it was refreshing seeing the little fellow. And older men, you can learn a thing or two. Some of them are just coarse, rough, crabbit, unfeeling, uncaring. You wouldn't even try some of these little things. No, this is a schoolboy, probably saved his lunch money or do a little work on the side and bought, because those teddy bears are expensive, When I say expensive, meaning for a teddy bear. Like when I pass and see some of these people selling them on the roadside, so you can imagine in a store, I'm seeing them going for 13, that was last year. Was it last year? Yeah. Last year I saw them for 13, 14, 15 going upwards. And it's the big ones. And I like them myself, So they're not cheap. They're not cheap, for an item like that. That was just so nice of the little fellow, of the young fellow and the little girl. I like that. That was nice, refreshing, and it was good to see positive comments. I didn't go too further for save, because sometimes not cured positive, you have somebody who just have to find something negative to do. For say, sorry. But thus far, the comments were good. I think they're on Pink Wall and some other. That was nice of him. I really, really liked it. And I mean, if he's really a good person and she's a, decent young lady, I really wish them well. I hope it's not, because I'm tired of seeing relationships sever, and when you have young love, they can last. They can carry right to marriage till death do they part, I personally don't encourage shacking up, I believe in the fundamental principles of the Bible. So, yeah, man, that was nice. Big up to them. Big kudos to you, young man. You do have decent men around. I know people feel that they're hard to find. Maybe, rare and precious stones are hard to find. God, don't just fling them about the place, box bout, like any old rock stone, tough and gaby. No. They can be right in front of you, but if you're the wrong person, sometimes God doesn't even allow you to see it until you become the right, if he wants you for that individual. Big up to that young fella and that young miss. I wish them all the best. It seemed to have been her birthday. At first, I was wondering if it was a Valentine's Day, but I said, wait, Valentine's Day is on Ash Wednesday. Listen, no mean man, take on your girlfriends fiancés or your wives out. Whether Ash Wednesday, Valentine's Day, yeah, take them out still. If you want to go on the Ash Wednesday, go over the day before or afterwards. But enjoy the day, guys. Follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message. Take care.